Hey everybody, Wayland here. Thanks for tuning in. I've got a new smoker that I'm kind of excited about. Gonna try to tell you what I think about it. Honestly, I paid for it. I think the size, the kind of the engineering, I guess, for the price point seemed good. Although as I'm opening up, I'll tell you what I find. I don't know that I paid a lot of attention to, you know, the gauge of metal on this thing. You know, some things make sense, you know, at $3,000 with this pellet hopper and the technology, the size. I don't know if there's anything comparable. If there is, please link it. You know, you have a lot of grill options, but not too many vertical smoking options. And the ones that I had seen were either really small, and then the one I had owned, the Pit Boss before, you know, it just could have worked better. For me, the grease drain off was a big deal. Hopefully it's going to be a game changer when it just comes to safely, efficiently cooking and keeping it clean, and a greater volume. So I had unboxed it. I had have footage of that. I had a buddy come get it off the pallets with me just to make sure I didn't drop it on myself.
I really thought it would have just rolled more. just tighten that for him? There we go. I am really befuddled with this whole roll.
I thought the casters would be locking, but we both looked down at it and we didn't really see the locks. They had rotated the wheels in and then set the locks. So as I looked around the edges, I didn't see those locks. So we had a hard time moving it off because we're like, this thing won't roll. It does seem like, according to some of the pictures I've seen of other people who owned it, they did put an upgraded caster. Right now, all I've done so far is get it out of the box and off of the pallets. I did ask for the upgrade to the PID controller. So they actually, I had a PID controller sent to me with that, called the Sportsman program. So I did like the idea of being able to have it at lower temps. So anyways, the Sportsman helps me to have temps lower, I think 100 to as low as 100 degrees. So anyways, I did get that. They happened to ship that separately, and it came the exact same day. After placing the order officially and paying for this, it came in 6 days. So pretty good correspondence with the shipping company and with Smoke Daddy's ability to communicate with them to get it done quick. It was packaged well. I didn't see any issues. I saw little dents and stuff in the front of there. As I could tell, like there's a little dent there. There's kind of a dent over here. 2 dents right next to this door. So probably hit it firmly against something even in the box, and you know, so I kind of was already expecting that the external, it's not dented to where it doesn't work, but you know, it's not flawless. It's not too terribly heavy. I definitely couldn't pick it up with, you know, but it is a little thinner gauge steel than I thought it was going to be. So far, they did, and they insulated, double insulated, but it is funny because where these probes go, there's a single layer of metal and a hole, and then another single layer. So right here, the probe will go through, but then virtually around it, you don't have double insulated. So around the hinges here, where the hinges are bolted in, they've got a cutout so you can get to those screws, so it's not double insulated, and I can stick my finger in there. So you know, I was a little surprised on that. Go through all the effort to make it double wall insulated just to cut holes where you have, you know, you know, not trying to be too nitpicky, but to me that seems like you go through all the effort to have it double walled, and then just to cut, you know, put a chink in the armor, as it were, or as they say. I mean, I'm not the brightest man. I love smoking meats, and I have some sort of a talent when it comes to that. If I could build this thing, I would have. I've built a couple other things, you know, roughly, and I was thinking about how to make a vertical smoker that fed pellets, but time, energy, and resources at this price point, it was pretty good. So I would, yeah. So, anyways.
There is some instructions. Installation manual, yeah. Move pallet, move cabinet onto a flat surface. Do the hopper assembly. Yeah, that's basically how you get it out. So I'm going to empty this and go from there. Yeah, stab myself. Four.
I feel like these, they're gonna go over, I mean, at the bottom, your meat should be able to cook above these. I feel like these could have been made into the drip pans, or at least made so these foil pans can sit over. I get the foil pans, they're gonna be easy to remove, super easy for cleanup, I can dig that. But these handles, you can place it down in there. I feel like if you had done two smaller handles or something, or a couple long handles, that I could have set a foil tray down on this. I feel like the foil trays could have sat right down on top of here, but these are in the way. If I still feel like that's true, that might be a mod I would do. We'll see. I've hardly seen any cooks on this thing or any real comprehensive videos of people who really do barbecue a lot. So no offense if you're out there doing it, I'd love to see a little bit more content, but anyways, a foil tray could have sat right on top of this, but that handle right in the middle, I don't know, I get it, but in that, also this thickness isn't bad. I would have expected the whole smoker to be at least this thick. There's a little debris down in there and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a vacuum.
I'm not sure what happened, but that is paint missing. Those are divots down in. It's not definitely not something on. So that finish down in there had some bubbles, I guess, when they did the painting process, and yeah, so that's raw metal. Yeah, interesting. Some scratching there, but yeah, that paint definitely, that's bubbled up. It bubbled up and then popped and dried, so without paint on that part. Yeah. Okay, well, I believe each rack can be 6 inches apart. Pretty spacious. Like I said, I like this thing because of the size. I could have bought extra racks, but I also thought I could just make some out of expanded metal that I have. So anyways, and I could replace them easily with expanded metal. But there's a concave to that, so if anything drips down in there, It should pool in the bottom. It should be easy to clean out. I like that. Frankly, if this hopper is going to be easy to install, I'm sure it'll be easy to take off for a thorough cleaning. I like the grease trough. It's one of the complaints about the Pit Boss. They had a trough. The vertical that I had a trough that only dripped down the size of your finger. This, of course, is 1 inch by 1 inch. So, actually, yeah, maybe 1.5 inches. Again, anyways. Okay. Okay, of course, not the best at remembering to pay attention to my camera angles. Here I am down there installing that hopper and can't see a thing. Really, it slid right in. There was 4 bolts. I do have to say one thing about this so far is everything aligns just fine. It bolts on real easy. The one thing I do like is that it has gone together very well. Very easy. I mean, I am being notified that my battery's low, so I'm gonna wait to finish this another time.
All right, I'm gonna install this. It's gonna help with it's supposed to help with keeping the temperatures regulated. It's a fan. It originally is optional, or I don't know. I mean, what I'm trying to say is I think I watched some videos about this unit where somebody had gotten this fan later and added it to help keep temperatures even. So, and maybe not for the double D, but just one of the other little smaller models. So, anyways, it is a feature added to this one, and the plate's already here. It's got holes, and you'll mount it back up in through here. I can get these bolts back in. Yeah, I didn't need to take those 3 out. I think I saw those holes and I thought it was going to bolt back up through because it's the only threads that I thought we had. But now I see I take this off. I'm going to bolt it down on there and put the cover back on. So remounting this motor bolts. Maybe. But I gotta get that nut off the shaft there. Hold on. Hold this shaft still. would have been alright if they just didn't put that nut on the shaft too. They did give me 4 screws there. Now, take this one. Get it off here. Oh no. Okay, it's a fan, so it's reverse threaded. I didn't ruin it, thankfully, yet. Okay. Okay, yeah, it sits down there. Okay. Now I can put those 4 screws back in through here. Okay, I did also it's got lock washers. It did come with 4 other screws. I think this again is a modification possibility, so it comes in the box ready to go. So I had 4 screws already, but it does give me 4 locking washers, so might as well use those. And I might have a spare screw for where I dropped that one yesterday. It's the same thread pitch and diameter. Looks like the same screws. They did use a lot of common hardware, so that's always convenient. Besides this one, couple things that used a different wrench size. One I did need to take off, but the other I didn't, so got it back on. These 8 screws. Not too bad. I think this has been the hardest part of the install. Okay, yep, take the top off. The 4 screws that the plate came out from. Get the screw down in there to mount this on top. And let's see, I got this extra screws. Yeah. And then a stubby screwdriver. Well, let's just put this slid in and out. It was pretty easy to install that, so there we go. That was not too long. All right, so it extends a little, not a lot. I guess. Nice, it kind of can turn if you want to, but tough. Alright, now I'm going to see if I can get this back on. This one. The fan blades. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh. Alright, it's keyed. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, probably the whole hardest, the hardest part of the whole thing. Double check this wrench size here, because I now, okay, well, I was holding the fan blade and spinning it. The fan's just a thin material, and the fan blade was keyed to the shaft, and I think I just wallered out the fan shaft. So I'm gonna have to get a new fan blade. It'll likely spin freely, more than you'd like, maybe being noisy, if I use it. So, okay. Don't wrench too hard holding that fan blade. It's all you have to really hold it still, unless you get a vice grip in there, pinch the shaft again to get the bolt on, and well, yeah, there's really no space to do that. I would have just left the whole size of this square, the cutout. Had it been that big, or you made it so you could just get the fan all together and then go ahead and set it down there. Maybe have your fixtures in on this part, so you can just put some screws up in there. I don't know, but yeah, to hold that shaft still to get that nut tight, I was holding the fan, and it just wallered out the key feature. So this will be the heat diffuser, which also has the ability to put some actual wood in there. So we'll see. I've got a ton of mesquite, although your oak, hickory may burn longer. So we'll see. I may get around to trying that. I don't get a lot of hickory around here. I guess I can get some oak. I've used pecan. I prefer pecan. I have some pecan. So we'll see what I can't get to fit in there. I'll try mesquite. All right, sits right down on a couple. Yeah, sits right down on a couple beams. It notches over. So, yeah. That diffuser plate goes down there. Yeah, a couple little kind of beams for it to sit on, and then these. So we want to drain forward. So there we go. So it slants down, and grease is supposed to go ahead and drip down into the trough. And so, not bad. I really feel like they could have had two smaller handles. Maybe something to hold the foil trays on it, so the foil trays could sit right on there. I may cut this off and figure some way to set foil trays right down on there. I can probably pull this in and out from the side. I don't know if it's, the idea is to get these in and out while it's hot. I mean, I don't know. I'm just talking. It's in there nicely. And any grease drippings would drip down there and in the trough. They like you to keep a tray on the bottommost shelf so that you can actually help divert even more grease and not have grease fires and things like that. Frankly, I'm pretty well pleased with the way they diverted grease down back this way. If it does go back in the back, there's not really any way for it to go back there, the grease. So you do really want it to go forward. We shall see. So that's it. That's all I got. I need to do a burn in and a cook. That's it. I think I'll just wrap this up with the first thoughts inspection and assembly of the Pellet Pro Double D by Smoke Daddy Inc. That's it. We need to do a burn in and do a cook on it. So catch me for the next video.